Good afternoon, everybody. The truth, sir. I'm coming back at you twice a day. Good afternoon. Uh, the video I did this morning was about Max Kirschner, who was a hitman, a name you never heard of, but probably one of the most dangerous contract killers ever to run around gangster land. Forget about all those other guys you heard this or that. Yeah, tough, treacherous killers, but check that video out that I did this morning. Max Kirschner, an interview, rare footage of an interview that he did. Priceless interview. All right. Thank you for those that come in and support me. Join, be a member at any level. If you made a score on some of my picks, throw me a bone. That's all. That's all I ask. So, excuse me. The new, the games are coming up, and they says Garoppolo played that game, that Monday night game against Green Bay, or Sunday, whatever the hell it was, and they said he played it with he was playing with a concussion. Well, I think Josh McDaniels was coaching with a concussion, because how do they decide to kick a field goal with 2 minutes and 37 seconds left? They're down by 5. They need a touchdown either way. They're going to need a touchdown. He's an above average offensive coordinator, but suspect at head coach. They did a field goal attempt. Then they tried. Wow, these people make hundreds and millions of dollars. You get the "What Was I Thinking" award this week, Josh McDaniel. You know, some of these offensive coordinators just don't have the fabric to be coaches. You have to be a general. You have to think, but a Pee Wee League coach would know that situation. I don't know. Maybe they gamble. Who knows? Who knows? I don't know. I had no interest in that game. Anyways. So let's see what we got here. The Detroit at Green Bay game. Let's see if that changed or whatever. It was 1.5. Let's check that out, my good people. It's still at 1.5. Detroit at Green Bay. I just don't know when Green Bay is going to just start firing on all cylinders. I mean, they're 2-1 as well as Detroit. But, I mean, it's tough to go to Green Bay. But I take the Lions. I mean, I just think they have more of a overall team and a defense that can shut somebody down. They can shut that love down. I mean, was that a fluke what Detroit did to Kansas City? I don't know. Maybe that defense might be real. Detroit minus 1.5. That's all. You see this kicker, this Matt Gay for the Colts? Not a household name, but this guy's just a machine. He just blasts 50, 55 yarders like it's nothing. All you got to do is get to the 45-yard line of the other team's field, and he'll boot a 60-yarder. You might get 3 points almost every drive when you got a kicker like that. He's booting 55-yarders every time. Matt Gay. Now, Dolphins and the Bills. The Dolphins put up 70 against Denver, which in other words is a high school. Is Denver well, maybe we'll find out. Is Denver's defense just that horrible, or is Miami's offense just that lethal? Maybe a combination of both. It was a perfect storm. I said they would win by 40. Check the tapes. So the Bills' defense has been shown. They come together. They're starting to get a little healthier. They made a couple nice acquisitions. Maybe, but you can't have Tua just back there having coffee. You don't blitz these designer quarterbacks, you have no shot. You better have some scheme set up. You're going to have to single coverage anyways and just blitz everything but the kitchen sink because you don't have a shot either way. You don't have a shot against them. I mean, if you think realistically speaking and you watch them, well, this would be a good litmus test as far as we'll just see. I mean, they're healthy from last week. They could have put 90 up. It was a workout. That was a scrimmage. The Bills are minus 2.5 at home with a division rival. The real Bills, if there is a real Bills, they better show up, and a good defense can squash all that running and all that. Denver, that hodgepodge broken down scrub team. The Vikings 0-3. They just lost that game against the Chargers the other day. Against the Panthers. Nothing there. Oh, Utah, the college Utah college game tonight. Utah is at Oregon State. Hostile environment. Utah on the road. Utah is +3. Now, it's tough to go into places, home field. Oregon State's got some good players, but Utah's got a defense. If I was to bet the game, I'd take Utah +3. Come with me. That defense is powerful. And Utah might merit a higher ranking than they already have. This might be the first time these two teams have actually been ranked in the top 20. Like ever in the history of mankind. I think Utah's for real. What else we have here? Broncos in Chicago. Wow. Can Chicago get off the schneid and Justin Fields just, get a W? Chicago's +3. I wouldn't take Denver on the road if I was on fire. Whatever. Chicago's +3. Yeah, they look so completely terrible. Quarterback for quarterback, I think that quarterback could get all right. He's got no help, no support, no nothing. Chicago, I'd lean that way. Now the Cleveland Browns are -2.5 at home against the Ravens. The Cleveland Browns have a ferocious defense. Ferocious. You don't hear about the Cleveland Browns. They're ferocious. -2.5. Lamar Jackson, is he up in the game? The Ravens have a lot of injuries on defense. I'd have to take Cleveland. Even though Cleveland's a ground and pound team, ball control, clock control, and if they limit the possessions and just, time-consuming drives, keep Lamar Jackson off the field, I have to take Cleveland. Never thought I'd top them over the Ravens. The Steelers at the Texans. Steelers -3 on the road to the Texans. No, we ain't going there. Buccaneers at the Saints. The Buccaneers just got smashed against Philly. That line was only 6. Oh, because Philly was on the road, that line was only 6. I said make the line 12.5. Tampa Bay might be counterfeit money. And who's this? For the Raiders, this this quarterback that come in. Did I write it down or not? Damien, I don't know if I wrote it down. I don't know. Or the Jets. The Jets come with some quarterback, some obscure quarterback for that they found somewhere. I can't remember his name. Damien something. The Commanders are +8 at Philly at the Eagles. How you going to bet against the Eagles? Well, they say Washington Commanders has the best front four. Philly has gotten healthy fast, and they're getting in the groove. How could you bet against Philly and sit there and throw up when they're up by 20 by halftime? Philly -8. Cincy looked anemic. They pulled it off at the end. Joe Burrow, you know Elvis. Joe Burrow, the Elvis. They come through, but Cincy's defense might be getting a little tougher too. Tough game there. The Raiders and Chargers. Raiders can't get it together. They're getting 5.5 at the Chargers. I'd take the Chargers -5.5. Patriots at Cowboys. Cowboys laid an egg against Arizona. Which Dallas Cowboy team will show up this week? And here's the team that beat the Cowboys. The Cardinals on the road, +14. Same scenario as they were against the Cowboys. Against San Fran. Well, might be a different story, but that 14 is so. Cardinals are 1-2, but they have they got a lot of upside to their team. They're not perceived as something, early on in the season, but they're coming up though. They're coming up. I wouldn't give them 14 at San Fran. I just couldn't give them 14. I couldn't give the Cardinals 14. Come with me. The Chiefs and Jets. Yeah, the Jets just got what the hell is his name? Yeah, well, probably some construction worker off the street. They couldn't go out. There's no journeyman. Like they wanted, where's that Dalton? Dalton's a scrub anyways, but just to maintain the offense and just get some chances. The defense is so good for the Jets. You just want somebody to just run an average offense as a journeyman quarterback can. But you're not going to be able to rely on that. Even the worst of teams have somewhat of at least average quarterbacks that can score on the Jets defense somewhere along the line. Seahawks and Giants. Seahawks are the highest scoring team this year, I think, along with Miami. 2-1. I just don't like the coach, Rah, 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 yeah, the Seahawks. Well, I just wanted to give you guys a recap. Check out the other videos. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you wish. I did a lot of videos, and if you wish to join. You can support the channel, and let's stay hot on these picks, and that'll be all right. That's all right. I think that's all I got in my notes. And so stay great, folks. Don't take any wooden nickels. If you can't afford to gamble, don't gamble. We have fun here if you go make $5 parlays or something, but there's some guys that come in here that they like to bet. And we did well. The guys that supported me, they did well. And so if you want to join at any level or just do a super chat while I'm doing this, that'll be appreciated. Thank you, folks. God bless y'all. Stay great. Be the kings and queens of your world, and we'll see where everything goes. I was gonna do the line changes, but let's just don't get all crazy. Some lines moved a point and a half, but let's leave it at that. Thank you, folks. Take care.